Okay. I was just like, wow, I want to do the side quests for Reaper. And I'm like, oh, I started these actually on stream, so I should finish them. So we're going to just do those. And then if I have time, we might go finish off the role quests for Black Mage out in freaking Storm Shadowbringers area. But we're going to do Reaper first, so this isn't nagging at me. Rah, let me in, Lawyer Lemire. Alright, normal weekly, streamly, politicsy thing. Hi. The feds passed the NDAA with the trans healthcare ban hooked into it. Like, what the fuck? So, you senators call them, be like, what the hell? Don't make our service people choose between taking care of their families and working for our government and the state and such. Alright, ad. I forgot the ads. I hate ads. Buy an ad blocker. Don't buy an ad blocker. They're free. Or if you don't want to use one, or I mean, buy a subscription to me, yes, or get an ad blocker and go to my coffee. Yeah. Let's Reaper quest. Rah. Herman. Are you doing okay? I know your bow got dead last time. If the boss says you're family, then you're family. Let's put that bastard in the dirt, eh? For a Magus. For a Magus. Drew. Beautiful. Gorgeous. My love. Pick me up. Glad to see Orcus hasn't sucked his teeth into you yet, Gobo. Don't go thinking he's given up on trying, though. What is he gonna do? He's out there, savoring you from a distance. Can't resist checking in on his prize. Just as he can't resist seeking out morsels to tide him over till his feast. Reports we receive a man pale as death skulking about the sands is proof of that. And then, there's the matter of this blunted dagger. We don't know who sent it, but we do know what it means. It's a warning, commonly used by the less savory elements of Ul'dah. A warning that the next will be delivered sharp and straight to our bellies. More fool them. They've no notion what we faced and lived. They could we'd soil our small clothes over empty threats. Let's hope it's nothing more than that, lass. Seeing as we need to follow up on these reports sooner than later. Anyone fancy getting a bit of fresh air? If we catch a whiff of Orcus's foul stench, all the better. Gebo, I want you to ask around your Blackbrush station, and I'll head to Stone's Throw. When you're done, meet me there, and we'll share what we've dug up. Hold down the fort, Herman. Not every member of the family has the means or inclination to live in the jewel of the desert. Some settle for something with a little less luster. Aww. Poor girl. Let's hit the station. Nothing's stopping us from teleporting. Oh, loyal Lemire. I recognize that self-assured stride. The mark of a woman ready to take on the world and then some. You must be the Eorzean Reaper the boss sent word about. Almost disappointed to tell you nothing's amiss. The soldier in me would have loved to see a Reaper in action. I once fought in the Imperial Army, though you wouldn't think to look at me now. I served proudly under Lord Valens in my youth, until the day he ordered us to use common folk as fodder in some pointless skirmish. I refused and was sentenced to death for my candor. Needless to say, I didn't keep that appointment. Compared to that, evil, toothless threats and ghosts are no bother. The less jaded are more excitable. One lass in particular has been jumping at shadows. She claims to have seen all manner of terrors, but I suspect she'd be startled by her own reflection. Still, if you want to lend her an ear, you can find her in Lost Hope. Alrighty. Let's go to Lost Hope. Lost Hope felt so far away when I was a little baby and we walked by on foot. Hello, elegant woman. Who are you? Who are you? I am Gobbo. Did Drusilla receive my missive? She sent someone to rid us of this terrible evil waiting in the wings? Truly, she cares for us as if we were her own flesh and blood. Which is more than I can say about my own. Not once have I longed to return to the life of comfort I left behind in Garlemald, and I have Drusilla to thank for that. She isn't the reason I left home in the first place, of course. Had I not met my beloved, I'd still likely be feasting on lemon cakes in ignorance. In ignorance of love, of freedom. I found the former in Garlemald, and the latter in Eorzea, as our new life blossomed into something beautiful. Not every day has been easy, not even most days. But Drusilla's watchful eye has kept us safe, and our freedom is worth any measure of hardship. Yay. Such a terrible fear gripped my heart when my beloved told me of the pale man he spied in the sands. Now the family's come to help. I can breathe a sigh of relief. I'm sure you want to know precisely where we found that horrid creature, but I can't help you half so well as my beloved might. Seek him in the southeast, and pray put an end to this nightmare. Let's go. This is a mount that runs on the ground, so we can just watch ourselves. Hello there, life dandy. Are you prepared? The devil missed the hunt, doth not tread, track in the scent of quarries others dread. In darkest night cry for a keeper, lo, by your side she walks the Reaper. What the hell? Apologies for the effusive display, friend. I'm a poet, you see, and cannot resist putting into words the flood of emotions that accompanies such a striking figure as yours. Oh. A monster. Oh, you're dyed ruby red. It's potent and powerful. It's one of Orcus's boys. But Orcus's boys are no match for the grandest of gobos. Well, thank you, my savior, my godsend. Would that I could have aided you, but alas, a poet's pen is of little use in battle. Unless, of course, the battle involves not swords and scythes, but words. Just ask the sire of my beloved, who's even now licking the wounds dealt by the invictive verse I composed, after he had the gall to forbid our union. A masterwork of scathing metaphor and subtle remonstration. Alas, for all their pretensions, nobles are anything but subtle in their age. We were forced to flee, to abandon our homes with only our love for sustenance. Nevertheless, I've regretted not a single moment of our life in exile. In Eorzea we found an unexpected treasure. Freedom. Freedom of mind and freedom of heart. But I digress. Surely you did not seek me out simply to save my life and leave with a nod and a smile? Did you wish to commission a poem? I am here to hunt for Orcus. The pale man? I encountered him wandering its wastes in search of inspiration. Felt the gaze of a terrible presence on my back, and when I turned to meet, he was standing there, grinning like a butcher in a bullpen. He wore robes much too thick for these scorched sands, and his skin looked as if it had never been kissed by the blazing sun. Worst of all, his eyes were as two bottomless pools of blood. I feared my end had come, but then he vanished as quickly as he appeared. Perhaps I've been reckless. Recent incidents make it clear the cost of inspiration is higher than I'm willing to pay. I'll return to my beloved, for my safety and hers. Thank you again, my savior. Farewell, Mr. Poet. Let's go talk to Drew. Not sure why my audio card is being angry right now. I am hearing that crackling. That is my audio card. I'm hoping it's a factor of my headset being old and isn't actually coming through on stream, but it's annoying. There you are, and yeah, guy. Another one of the accursed minions. I suppose we can take comfort in the fact that none of the family came to harm, yourself included. Well done. Speaking of which, what do you think of the family you've been thrust into? Speak freely. I haven't lived this long by taking offense at opinions I don't want to hear. I'm surprised you've all lived this long. It takes more than brute strength for folks to survive. None of them were fit for life under the Empire's boot, and that's good enough for me. Much as some enlightened types might tell you otherwise, people like to have a say in the life they lead. That's what separates us from those bugs over there. Born queens, workers, and drones. Bred into roles ingrained so deeply they wouldn't know how to live otherwise, for the glory and prosperity of the hive. We got in us to be different, not be born into farming, soldiering, or politicking, but we choose to walk a different path whenever the fancy should strike. It ain't in our nature to accept our lot without question. No, we have to believe in something, put our faith in it. Only then will we deign to march in step. Indeed, faith of a savage stripe is one way to get us dancing to the same tune. Others might be compelled through faith in logic or law, intangible, invisible, yet cause enough for killing and slaughtering, if it suits the queen. The invaders have sullied our birthright. For 8 centuries, no longer we march for locus menace. With a few righteous words, his radiant Solus Zoscalvus whipped the hive into frenzy. Once that fire is burning, the passion of the masses can't soon be quelled. What was once a wish for home became a holy mission to spread enlightenment. Enlightenment from which would not suffer such beliefs as the beastmen held. Countless scores rendered up the lives in the altar of empire, until an entire continent was unified under a single Magitech fist. For those who still dreamed the dream of unity, a deed worthy of song, yet some awoke to see it for the tyranny it was, my grandfather Aurelius included. The talents of the Reapers are passed down through bloodlines. Aurelius was the best of us, the most accomplished and feared in the Order's long history. The duty of the Reapers, our role in the hive, if you will, was to deliver our countrymen from corrupted, power-hungry tyrants. When Garlemald found religion and conquest, its appetite grew to be insatiable. My grandfather pondered the conundrum for many sleepless nights, and came to a decision. He'd relieve Solus Zoscalvus of his life. That? Ooh. That's a decision. Oh, goodness. Because we know that Solus Zoscalvus is Emet-Selch, is an Ascian, is immortal. Oh no. Now imagine if we were doing this before we learned this. I think you can take Reaper before you meet Emet-Selch. You could see all of this before that. Oh, that would have been so cool. And they'd be like, it's you from the Reaper quest. 20 years ago, he slipped into the deepest chambers of the Imperial Palace, silent as a shadow, till he could hear the Emperor's beating heart. Yet when Aurelius returned to me, Solus was alive and well. My grandfather, on the other hand, had a skittishness to his step, and his black hair had turned a pale white. He said naught of his encounter, save that the most powerful man in Garlemald was no man at all. Shamed in his defeat, my grandfather sought a greater power. Bit by bit he gave more of himself over to the void sent behind his avatar. Orcus struck when Aurelius was weakest, taking his flesh and soul in one fell swoop. When he was finished, not a mote of my grandfather remained in the body. There was only Orcus. Fiend flew into a rapturous frenzy, and my family were his first victims. I remember the chill of his teeth sinking into my flesh, gnawing until they reached my very essence. How am I standing before you then? Oh, Orcus gorged on his soul that night, but it wasn't mine, not exactly. 'Twas my avatar that filled his belly. Seems that was all he could stomach. Some might consider that a lucky twist of fate, but I had a little time to ponder my fortune. Fled as soon as I was able. His radiance never looked kindly on those trying to end his life, or their families. I wandered about for years until I settled here and started seeking out others like me, others who'd awoken from the Empire's dream. Lemures is what we call the spirits of the dead in the Garlean tongue. A fitting moniker if there ever is one. Waking up from a long sleep ain't unlike climbing out of the grave. I can attest to that. Son of a bleeding. Remind me not to give such long-winded speeches when the sand's blowing in my face. I'm heading back for some ale. See you at headquarters. She's so pretty. I am such a dyke, and I am such a sucker for older women. Oh my god. And I know that's so weird for me to say when both of my girlfriends are like half my age. But that's not normal for my taste. It just happened. Raw. Hi. I'm headed in. Zoop my way across. Welcome back, boss. How is the family? I'm shaken, but unharmed aside from some trussed hair and mangled verse. Orcus left one of his minions behind as a gift, but Gobble made quick work of it. I always said she was a keeper. You have an eye for the fierce of heart. I waited she could slay Orcus all on her own. Not that we'd let her take all the glory. You bet I could. Of course we wouldn't. We'll all be there when Orcus tries to take his prize. I don't think we'll be waiting long either. Orcus said he'd strike when Gobo was ripe with fear and hatred and despair. Seasonings he's loath to forego. I have an inkling how he might try to draw out those emotions and finish off a happy-eaten meal besides. Right you are, Drusilla! Oh, hi! How many nights did you mourn your lost avatar? The wellspring of your power. I must say it was quite the dish. I remember how I did his voice. Oh, I think not. Move as much as a finger and her head will hit the floor. Oh, that's it, Gobo. That fire. I want to see it burn. I want to see it rage. I want to see the hatred seep into the depths of your soul. Shall I make this Drusilla's final breath? Or this one? Oh, it's so very hard to choose. I was right not to give in to my baser instincts. To allow the thought of your taste to simmer in my mind as you and Drusilla formed a bond, kinship even? Born from an understanding of her inconsequential ideals, that you may better appreciate the bitter loss. But perhaps I should wait a while longer. Let the flavor of your hatred mature and the tang of your malice ripen. I can make use of Drusilla yet. Revel in her screams, exult in her misery. How splendid it will be. All the while my prized piglet is growing fat with loathing and succulent with terror. Patience rewards the dutiful gourmand, after all. When your tantalizing flavor has fully matured, I'll return and reap my harvest. Ruh-roh. Am I going to take her scythe? Oh, let me take her scythe. Let me take her scythe. Goddamn void-sent bastard! Soulless piece of shit. That's why that sodden demon spawn. That's the spirit. Right, we need a plan. First things first, find out where Orcus is hiding. The rest of the family should be able to help with that. In the meantime, you need to prepare. I know you're good, but we can't just leave the boss's life to chance. Sharpen your skills and your scythe, and then sharpen them once more. The boss can do naught against Orcus without her avatar. That means you'll have to do the heavy lifting. Of course, I'll do what I can to afford you an advantage. You can count on that for Drusilla. That looks like it's going to mess up my keybinds. When I was getting my hands on him, oh, Gobo, listen, we found where the boss is being held, but I'm warning you, the how of it ain't pretty. An envelope arrived at headquarters this morning. I opened it, and inside was... Shit. Inside was a letter written in blood. There's no doubting whose it was. Orcus is reveling in his own cruelty. The letter said he's waiting for us at the dusk vigil. Gods know what he's doing to her now. I've called on every able-bodied member of the family for this one. We're heading out as soon as everyone's assembled. We're here, Herman, and we're waiting outside. More are waiting outside to repay the debt we owe Drusilla with our lives if we must. When souls courageous, hearts of hardened steel, for leaders' sake, for family's ideal, into the demon's lair they soon shall tread, to end his terror foul, his reign of dread. The boss would have been with pride to see this group of cold-blooded killers. Alright, Gobo, we're ready when you say the word. This job is for a Reaper, and a Reaper alone. What? Now we might not hold a candle like you, but we got skills. We need someone to distract Orcus, right? Then you can move in for the kill while his back is turned. Don't tell us to stay here with our thumbs up our asses while the boss is suffering. Drusilla wouldn't want you throwing your lives away. And that's all that would happen if you went after there. How do you know what she wants? Herman, listen, maybe she's right. I know she's right, goddamn it. Doesn't mean it doesn't chafe. The boss wouldn't trust just any woman with the Reaper's arts, and Gobo's proven herself worthy time and again. If you're going alone, take that with you. It's a little big, but yes, I want it. For the boss. No self-respecting Reaper can reap without their scythe. Go and make Orcus rue the day he crossed into this world. Bop, 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 bop. Whale is too slow, too loud. Perfect. In the dark of the night. In the dark of the night, Chocos will find you, find you. In the dark of the night, evil will loom. Soon you'll see how revenge it can be. Soon you will see how sweet revenge can be. This song... Blah, blah, blah. I'm not good at this. I'm improving. Bite me. We can blame the COVID even. Blame the COVID. That's why I'm bad. Not just because I'm bad. We're gonna kick Orcs in the bum. Gonna make him cry real hard. Then maybe he'll let go of Drusilla. We can have pretty lesbian times. Yay! Yay, old ladies. So cute. Oh my gosh. Alrighty. There you are, Gobo. My prize repast. Come forward. How'd you get my cell phone number? I know that link shells aren't secure, but how'd you get my cell phone number? I can smell it. Your fear. Your hatred. Your tender marbled soul. My masterpiece ripe for the slaughter. I'll save your every bite. Strip the flesh from your bones. And the text box before you could be suitably creepy in its read. How I've hungered, how I've thirsted, enraptured by the thought of your sweet essence trickling down my throat. Have I mentioned chasers? Fucking weird. Who are you to think that you have any right to my essence trickling down your throat? Never have I suffered so in waiting, but beholding your magnificence, I see it's worth every agonizing pang. I don't expect you to leap into my maw willingly, nor do I desire it. I want you to writhe and struggle into your dying breath. Okay. Haha. Oh dear. That was server lag. What the hell? That wasn't cool at all. Game. I was having fun, and you're like, hi, let's server lag this and make your stuff not work. And then you can die. What the hell? There we go. It's amazing how much better it goes when we're not stuck with random lag. Oh, you like to do this void call thing a lot, don't you? Hey, we hit the midpoint. Whew. Very good. Defiance becomes you. Though it begins to bore me. Mwah. A noise, rather. 'Tis past time you bared your belly to my blade. To my blade. Praise sole purpose is to satisfy. Yay, Drew! My word. Ah. Yay, Drew. Oh, how? There should be nothing left of you. You should have learned to chew your food more thoroughly. Fools. The both of you. I won't die so easily. Now, our feast begins. It's gonna be your essence drawing down my throat, bitch. Wait. Yeah, no, that works. Haha. Bitch. You got nothing on me. Imagine how this would be if I was using my professionals. That's right. No! God, yes. Bite me, bitch. Well, that was your plan, wasn't it? And I just denied it. No. No. The honor is yours, Drew. Thank you, Gobo. Dripping with fear, boiled in hatred, I can still smell its exquisite aroma. Just a taste. It's done. Let's go back to headquarters, Gobo. That was delicious. Barring the weird hiccup that I hope was only like server side and didn't interrupt stream. I'll find out soon. Hi, love. You just missed us saving old lady. Hot old lady. Hot old lady. Boss, Gobo. Yay. Sorry for causing you all no end of worry. And tracking me down your laughing limb. And for that I thank you. All of you. We didn't risk anything. We just sat here praying until you and Gobo walked through the door. Now don't be so hard on yourself, lass. I know each and every one of you would have joined her if she hadn't talked some sense into you. We owe you our lives, boss. We owed it to you to return the favor. You're more than I deserve. Who forces them they hold dear into a personal vendetta? Who leads family to their deaths? Arnegas was no fool. He knew and accepted the risks. He placed his faith in you because he believed Orcus had to be stopped. And he was right. There'll be no more victims to mourn. He helped you achieve that victory. That it'd be enough for him. It'll be enough for me. You're right. This ain't time for skulking. Amigas would be the first to tell me that. Now's the time to honor his sacrifice, to toast those we've lost, and to those still by our side. And to thank the brave souls that led us here. That means you, Gobo, much as I'd like to take credit for Orcus's demise. It was a long, bloody road, but this marks the end of your first assignment as a Reaper. And what an assignment it was, eh? You may not be Garlean, but you tackled your task with a singular resolve that had impressed the most hardened soldier. I'm proud to call you family. Yay! We may have founded the Lemures to provide a home for wayward Garleans. But we're not so different, Garleans and Eorzeans. No great revelation, that, but moments like these help put it all in perspective. This family was a dream that gave us the strength to survive in a strange land. But the beautiful thing about dreams, if you ask me, is they can change. They can get better. So I say that from this day forward, the Lemirs will be united not by origin, but by purpose. Brothers and sisters bound by shared convictions. I don't think anyone will object to that, boss. The Lemirs are ready to welcome people of all stripes. Starting with you, though it was all but official already, eh? Aye, here's the birth of a new family, sister. Yay! This is still of questionable legality, considering that you are officially Garlean citizens and I am officially a second lieutenant in the Leminson military that is presently at war with Garlemald. But, you know, we can count it as like covert ops. What a day it's been, eh? Hope it'll be a while yet before I have occasion to yammer on that much again. Too much talking's loud and put me in a sentimental mood. Or worse, make me dewy-eyed. So let's leave it all at that, eh? You ever get weary from the weight of the world on your shoulders, know our doors will always be open. And if you need an ear to bend, a shoulder to weep on, or a stiff bottle to jump inside, I'll be right here, sister. Yay! Enshroud and Shroud Gauge. As our avatar sups on the souls of fallen foes, we gain new powers. Yay. I have now 2 gauges. 3 gauges. I have soul gauges and death gauges. Shroud gauge can be filled by the execution of certain weapon skills. With sufficient energy stored, we can enshroud, which is presently Alt 6. We'll think about where we want to put that. The soul gauge can be filled with the execution of certain weapon skills, which lets us do that. Stacks of Lemur Shroud can be consumed to execute Void Reaping or Communio. There are a lot. I should make them smaller. At least these. This is like the gauge job. So, let's go. Let's go to our apartment and practice our new ability and learn how it works. I don't think I want it on 6. Let's put it on G. G is easier to reach than 6. Okay. So we will begin, as usual, with the Shadow of Death. And then we will hit you. Shroud. Oh! Oh, goodness. I don't think it was immediately obvious what just happened there. Okay. I like that. I'm gonna do that one more time, and then I'm gonna go G-pose it. You know what? I think that is so silly, and I love it. I have all of the edge. So much edge. Woohoo! Love, what do you think of this edge? This is the culmination of all the gauges. Oh, that's great. Oop, and then back to just little old me. I'm nothing. Don't worry about it. Nothing to worry about. I just feast upon enough of your blood, and I can conjure forth the damned soul that is bound to mine, and enshroud myself within it for bursts of mighty power. So silly. We have an incoming ad break, but I have achieved what I was planning on achieving for today. As Shroud didn't actually mess up my rotation hardly at all. Oh, I see, Alsvith. You're there. Did you see Edge Lady Gobo, Alsvith? Did you see? I'll go say hi to everyone again and just be like, haha, I have edge. If there's anyone here I care about. Nope, nothing really going on except this, which... Oh, I was kind of expecting to see Mare. Caden is still lying there. Maury's still there. Okay. I think I'm going to come stand in the corner. Be so innocent. In fact. See? Nothing to worry about. This is just your friendly neighborhood. Barlafell. Who's out that we can raid? We got Brelix. Really, it's just Brelix. Or Silvaria. Let's go into Silvaria. I was gonna check. Not see. There we go! Yay! Come on, everyone. You can go tell her that I have unlocked at the edge, and then I will go prep for more stupid political activism this evening. It's not stupid, it's just, I don't want to do it. Why can't we have a society where I don't have to do activism? Come on. Respect trans people. Anyway, rah.
Oh, like, we gotta